Right, so for writing and other communication skills, I decided to choose an essay called My Girlfriend, and that was based off a short story that I had to read in an English class of mine uh, this past semester. And then also I chose a skit I had to make. We call it the HIV skit, and I made that for my Intro to Public Health class because they wanted us to have a type of a way to get the class involved, help them understand what you're teaching more. So for the My Girlfriend essay, it's a short story. It's a beautiful one, actually. I really enjoyed reading it. About how a guy has a girlfriend who is completely blind, and he started dating her when she was blind. So he didn't know any better, and it goes into how he kind of will take advantage of what he's doing and how he feels bad for her. He'll pity her. And there's even one part in the story where he pretends he's going to work, so he'll pretend he shuts the door and he'll go hide in a corner and watch his girlfriend all day and how she reacts and how she lives and without anyone, how she can do everything by herself. And he's just fascinated by it and fascinated by her and about he's fascinated on her disability. Um, but the twist to this short story is he's really the one with the disability because at the end of the story he decides to do a test where he decides to ask her to draw a perfect, if I'm correct, a church, like just a little stable, like a simple one, a cathedral. That I think that's what he asks her to draw, and he heard it from a friend and their relationship and stuff, and he decided to try it with her, and he was expecting it because she's blind to be a pretty crappy cathedral, and when he looks away and comes back and looks at what she's done, he said she drew the most beautiful cathedral he's ever seen. Um, and with this, the story is how he really was the one with a disability, how he took advantage of her, and she is really the one who sees life to the fullest, and she doesn't need to be pitied on. She enjoys her life. She's happy. Everything goes great, and it's a great story to show how um, even though we may pity some people and all that, maybe they don't want to be seen as being pitied. They want to be seen as a person and a normal person, and that they can handle things on their own. Alright, so for my second one, I chose the HIV skit, and this one was pretty fun. I even got I got a lot of different masks for it, and to act out the different things and the different things in my skit. I was a narrator, obviously, and as you read it, it says what I read to them. I informed them on what HIV was, how it may happen, and then we had the people act it out for me. So that was pretty great. So what we had a person dressed up as a disease, and then we just had a person dressed up, and we had two people as the immune system. We had HIV, the virus. What else did we have? We had the person getting infected, which I made him look like a princess. I even got a mask and a crown. It was pretty funny. I got them involved. Everybody loved it. They were laughing. I got little Nerf guns and lightsabers for the immune systems. And then I also had ARVs, which is the pills that can help protect you from getting AIDS, because you get AIDS by getting a low amount of white blood cells. So those are what protected it. But like I was saying, I was demonstrating how HIV can enter the body. And then once HIV, I also had one for AIDS. So I had them acted out. Everyone was laughing. They all had different masks. The immune systems had identical masks. I made them myself. They were like cartoon looking. A lot of glitter for the princess. And no one volunteered, so I chose everyone for them. But I felt it was a great skill to have. It was communicating. I was communicating with the class. The class was communicating with each other. It helped them learn and about how everything happens, and I felt like that was a very fun project that I had to do. I did really well on that. She even told me that that's one of the best activities she's seen. She tells her other classes now about it, and I think a lot of other people. She told me, she came up to me this semester and was telling me how she said one of her students did a skit last year and how 2 people did it already. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I really had fun with that one. But yeah, so those are my 2 for writing and other communication skills.